So you try to help. You try to take time out of your day to come through for a friend, or maybe there's a client who came and they had a problem that they needed a solution for. And you swung into action without finding out more because you're that kind of person. You're helpful. But very quickly, you start to realize that their commitment to following through with what you help them with is not matching the effort that you put in. It's not matching the time that you put into this thing. And so it starts to offend you. But how could you have done things differently? And how can you think about this differently so that next time you don't run into the same issue? So when someone comes to you for help, you have to ask them questions that give you an understanding of how much of a problem they perceive this to be. You get to understand whether or not they've accurately defined or refined what they think the problem is. And you can also, from that, be able to gauge how willing and able they are to be part of the solution that you're helping them with. And so ask questions about who needs to okay this, because they might not have the last say on whether or not this thing you're helping them with gets done. It might depend on their dad or their husband or their wife or their friend, right? It might depend on another family member who is not even around, and maybe this is an idea you're generating right now that will never see the light of day because of all the steps that need to happen for this thing to be actualized. So there's the control center, right? There's the center of power as far as this idea's implementation goes. There is things like fear, right? Because new ideas are scary to a lot, if not most people, right? And so people think they want them, but when it comes to actually getting things done, then people resort to their nature. And sometimes they don't even realize it, but they create reasons why it will not work. Yet they enlisted you and you did everything you could to help or to come up with ideas or to push this thing forward. And so now your involvement feels like wasted effort because they didn't follow through. But did you ask enough questions to understand where they were at? Because maybe this was just at the idea stage. So these questions will help you to gauge their commitment to solving this problem. And with that, you can gauge how much energy you want to dedicate into helping, if at all. Because at the end of the day, you want to not just help them, but you also want to respect your energy and time. And you also have your own things that you need to do. And so ask questions, because in this scenario, in this case, it's a very tricky place to be when you care more about the thing you're trying to do to help this person than they do. And so you need to find that out. Yes, you want to be helpful and you're helping for the sake of helping. You're helping without trying to have expectations of them. But even though you don't have expectations of a return from this thing, you have expectations that at least you'll not have wasted your time. And so expectations are there. You never really fully avoid them. You have them. They're not just a tangible reward towards your side, but you want to feel like your effort meant something. And so if that doesn't happen, then you'll get salty. And so you need to ask these questions so that you can match your energy to theirs, so that you at least have aligned expectations of what outcomes everyone is trying to get out of this. Yes, you're trying to help your friend, you're trying to make their life better, you're trying to solve a problem for this client, right? But you're also trying not to waste your time. You're trying to do something important, you're trying to do something meaningful. And that's an expectation. And if you ask me, it's a worthwhile expectation, because why would you waste your time?